Feel like I'm on the Real Housewives of Atlanta right now. Such a turnaround from the last time that I recorded a blog post or vlog. I was very emotional in the last one, but I am happy today because the last week and a half has been great. California exceeded my expectations, and this post is really going to be about sharing your vision because I know a lot of people that are always like, oh, I have a great idea, but I'm not going to say anything until I figure it out. Or they just don't really want to talk about their business at all because they're afraid of telling people and then not seeing it through, just simply because you don't want to feel like a loser if you're not able to get the business up and running. What I realize is the more that I do share my vision and I do tell my story and I do kind of explain what I'm trying to do, um, people are giving me nuggets of information, and I've been able to take every little piece of information that people have given me or advice, and it has propelled me forward. So I've made a lot of progress, and I really think it's because I'm not afraid to let people know what I want to do and what I plan to do and where I plan to take this business. California was a result of that. I reached out to the owner of a mobile salon and barbershop called Sterling's in San Diego, California. And I saw the videos, I saw the YouTube interviews that the owner did, Kush, as well as read articles on him. And I knew that this was the business that I wanted to emulate. And as a result, I was on the website one day and I just decided, let me reach out and contact him. And yes, it was nerve wracking because one, I really didn't think I was going to get a response. And two, I'm like, I'm kind of a competitor. I'm like wanting to do the same thing he's doing and be in the same space. So this might be a little bit weird. One thing that I have promised myself is even if something is uncomfortable, I need to go ahead and do it anyway because who wants to sit and think what if all the time? So that ended up being probably one of the best decisions that I've made thus far because we've ended up being like pen pals. And it wasn't until 2 weeks ago that I was able to actually sit down and meet with him face to face. And that was just beyond amazing. If you saw my last post, I was just kind of in limbo a little bit, and I was burnt out. I was burned out, and stressed, and just hitting some speed bumps. And after meeting with him, and he told me his story and the learning curve he had to go through and the mistakes he made and how he was ready to give up at one point as well, but just kept pushing. That just motivated me to continue on this journey. So my advice to you would be to find somebody who is in the space that you want to compete. Reach out to them because at the end of the day, we are all trying to just do the same thing and start a business and be successful. So you probably will find some people that don't want to reach out, and maybe it's because they're not doing that well themselves, or maybe it's because they are threatened by competition. But I met somebody who is very open, who welcomes the opportunity to share information and work together and team up, and it's been extremely beneficial. So California was a success. I got to actually get on the trailer. I got to see people getting their hair cut. I got to see that the concept actually works and hear it from his mouth how successful he's been able to be. So it just really motivated me to keep going. The other huge benefit is that my husband got to come with me, and my marketing director. And as much as I've told them about it, and they've been able to see things progress on this end, I think it really helped to solidify the concept in their minds because they were actually there to see it. When you have, your spouse's support, it's huge. It means a lot because you want to make sure that you guys are on the same page with, whatever endeavors that you or your spouse has, because it's really important to have that support. So that was another big piece. My attitude has completely shifted. And although I know there's still going to be times where I'm stressed out or questioning why I'm doing this, I can always think back to this moment in time and think, just keep going, Keisha, keep going. So I encourage you guys to share your vision. Don't be afraid to let people know what you want to do, and welcome the help, welcome the support because you need it. Because things are going to get rocky and they're going to get bumpy. And what separates someone who is successful at launching their business and someone who's not is just the fact that they keep going. And so you're going to need as much support as you can. So hopefully you guys keep pushing, and I will talk to you next time. See ya.